Anubhav Nirwal, P22, Swapnil Sonawane, P23. We got Ram Prakash S at P24. P25 occupied by Dhaval Tucker, Ishan Shankar at P26. Diva Sashta, 27. Aditi Krishnan, the young girl, P28. Prashant R, P29. Aryan Gaurav from Pune, P30. And from Trivandrum, Zimfi RG on P31. So the formation lap is over. This is where the real business starts as far as Gixxer Cup is concerned. 10 laps. And with that, before we start off, welcome back, Raman.
Thanks so much, Kartike. I was talking about these young kids on the grid while I was out there on the racetrack. Ikshan Shanbag. Keep an eye out for this young biker. Ikshan's on bike number 35. Remember, he's starting off way back on the grid on the 18th position. But when I'm saying way back 18th, it's a 20. You know, you're looking at 31 bikers overall who've registered for this, and they're off now. And why I singled out this young kid is because he's just 11 years and 4 months old.
Unbelievable that. I don't remember what I was doing when I was 11.
I couldn't ride a bicycle at that age.
Unbelievable. That's the kind of talent in motorsports coming through in India. We're off as far as the Gixxer Cup and the Red Bull Road to Rookies race is concerned. This is race number 2 of day 1, round 1 of the 2019 JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship. Wonderful setup here at the Kari Motor Speedway.
Well, it's superb. You look at that skyline and you look at that shot, you can see, oh, we'll talk about that later. Trouble brewing early on in the opening lap itself. And that is trouble for a young competitor, Pranay Richard, who's gone down on bike number 2. Pranay Richard, the good part is that he seems to be all right, albeit I think his race might be over. Take a look at that again. I think couldn't really catch that incident clearly, but the important part was the traffic avoided him on the way through because it happened right in the middle of the track. Again, you look at the safety gear that these bikers are wearing, and you know that the joints are well covered. You don't run that risk of major injury with falls like these, thanks to the well-protected bodysuits that these bikers wear.
That's him. That's his race over for Pranay Richard from Jabalpur, bike number 2. And while he was there, after he fell from the bike, Haritha Murali Krishnan did well to not get in contact or have a further incident. Just put the brakes on at the very last moment, the right moment.
One thing that you've got to keep an eye out on is also the timings that they're clocking. 1 lap gone, it's Saeed Muzammil still leading the pack. Tanay Gaikwad is in 2nd. Sanjeev Mhatre in 3rd. Siddharth Sarjan in 4th. Amul Angadi is in 5th. And Jagdish is in 6th spot at the moment.
It's a terrific start for Sanjeev Mhatre. He started it at P5. He's now moved up to P3. And Siddharth Sarjan, who started at P3, has dropped down to P4. Syed Muzammil Ali continues to lead the pack. Tanay Gaikwad, who started at P2, remains in the 2nd spot. And if you look at the timings of these young kids qualifying, obviously lap 1, a little bit of maybe nerves or just trying to take it easily, be calm and composed, as he said in an interview with you before the start of the race. Syed,
make sure you stay on the bike.
Absolutely. 1 minute 25.120. That was the best time for Syed Muzammil Ali when the qualifying was taking place. And he's clocked a first lap of 1 minute 29.112. Now he's back up, and that's a quicker lap than his qualifying. A 1 minute 24.415 for Syed Muzammil Ali, and under 125 is Tanay Gaikwad as well, who remains in 2nd at the end of lap 2. Sanjeev Mhatre maintains his position at the 3rd place, and then Siddharth Sarjan 4th, Amul Angadi 5th, and Jagadish N, who started at P4, is now dropped to the 6th position.
Yeah, so that's really something that happened to Jagdish. Remember, he was the 3rd biker on the front row. In fact, sorry, I beg your pardon, he was the first biker on the 2nd row, starting off at P4. three bikes lining up in each row before the race. So I think he just fell back right there and then in the first lap at the start itself, and he's finding it hard to recover from that loss of positions on the grid to climb back up. But no such problems for Syed Muzammil. He's got a clear sight of the track ahead of him, and that's why you can see the lap timings are getting better as well.
He's had a great weekend, hasn't he? As Syed started with the qualifying as well, right at the top. Brilliant fast lap of 125.120. And he looks very calm and composed. He spoke to him just before the start of the race as well. He said the idea is to stay on the bike, not fall off, and keep as calm and as composed as possible. I think that's a very, very good approach from this young man, as he's now continuing to better his timings. Now 1 minute 24.382 for the third lap.
You've got to remember one thing, that in the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup, you're going to have a new champion, because Joseph Matthews is not going to be around to defend his crown. So this season we'll see a new champion, and Syed Muzammil Ali has a great chance. He's had a good couple of seasons in the past in the Suzuki Gixxer Cup. I think this is just primed perfectly this season for him to climb that couple of notches higher and take a title and be called a champion for this category now.
There's a good tussle going on now between Siddharth Sajan and Sanjeev Mhatre for that third, fourth and fifth spot going along. And Siddharth Sajan's now moved up to third. Sanjeev's dropped back to fourth now. Syed Muzammil Ali continues to lead the pack.
Another biker who's got a lot of experience, Sanjeev Mhatre. I think he'd like to come good during the season as well. He's been around on the circuit, knows exactly what's required of him. He's no stranger to these conditions. So I think keep an eye out for Sanjeev Mhatre as well. But for the moment though, Syed Muzammil is stamping his authority on this race, as he's just going on to complete the fourth lap. 4 laps done by him, 1 minute 24.216. That's the best lap time that he's clocked so far.
Every lap he's completed, he's clocked it, and he's got one better on the previous lap.
One of the reasons for that, Karthikeya, is because the tires are getting warmer. So as you probably hit the fourth lap and thereabouts, you'll probably get the best race lap time from these bikers in either the fourth or the fifth lap.
Massive gap there as Syed Muzammil Ali right at the top. He's got Kari Motor behind him, just under 2 seconds, the difference between the two. And then there's that tussle for the third spot between Sanjeev Mhatre, Amol Angadi, Siddharth Sajan and Jagadish N. Look at that, all four not very far away. The difference between each other, about hundredth of a second, 0.078, the difference between the number 3 and number 4.
When they finished the fourth lap, Sanjeev had moved into third, but for the moment it's Amol Angadi who's actually running third, and Sanjeev Mhatre has been pushed back to fourth. While we're staying with the race leader now, on bike number 18, that's Syed Muzammil Ali. He's going about his task very clinically.
Very, very smooth so far from Syed Muzammil Ali. He's just, as he said, there's no traffic ahead of him, nothing to worry about, just focus on your task. That's exactly what he's doing. Coming to the end of lap number 5 for him, and that's another best lap coming in. Not the fastest, but still a 1 minute 24.435 for him. Kari Motor remains in second. Amol Angadi moved up to third, as he said. Sanjeev Mhatre dropping to fourth. Jagdishan moving up to fifth. And Siddharth Sajan, who started at P3, drops down to the sixth spot.
You know what is interesting to see, and we'll talk about it again when they come into the next lap, is to see exactly how compact Syed Muzammil tries to stay, especially when he's trying to push the bike for speed. He's trying to stay really compact, well within the frame of the bike, so he can cut the drag that he might be getting off the wind, because he's the race pack leader, remember. So he's facing the maximum drag while going forward. The more compact he keeps his body, the lesser drag that he'll experience, the faster he'll be able to go. And now, the other part is, especially when he's trying to go down a straight, we'll take a look at it when he's going to come around the start-finish line. There'll be another interesting thing to talk about there.
Well, he continues to lead the pack very, very smoothly. The balance is absolutely spot on from young Syed Muzammil Ali. He's coming to the end of lap number 6 now.
Look at that. Now, see how compact he stays behind his frame. There's absolutely no part sticking out from behind the frame that's going to increase the drag or the wind resistance that he's going to get. So they're trying to keep as low as possible. Oh, we've got an incident with one of the backpackers, it seems. Yes, so one of the riders at the back of the pack.
Took a tumble, and his race seems to be over as well.
That's Jason Neto of Chennai, who's gotten into a bit of bother. You can see his bike number 25, Jason Neto from Chennai. I think that's going to be curtains for his race. Remember, he started off on P11, but he's fallen by the wayside now.
I think the first and the second are pretty much decided, as long as they remain on their bikes. It's the third position in the podium. That's going to be the interesting battle that's going on between Siddharth Sajan, Jagdishan and Sanjeev Mhatre. Mhatre is now moved up to third at the end of lap number 6. Then you got Jagdishan moving up to number 4. Amol and Gali dropping to 5, and Siddharth Sajan remaining at 6th in that race for the top 3. Syed Muzammil Ali continues to clock best lap after best lap, and now he's clocked one under 1.24. In fact, he's got 1 minute 23 seconds and a 7.84. That was his previous one. Then he's got a 123.953 as well.
Yeah, so they're into the 8th lap now. 7 laps done. The best lap time was clocked in the 6th lap by Syed Muzammil Ali of that 1 minute 23.784 seconds. So he's in control. He's now lapping the back markers as well. That's the only thing he needs to be careful about. Just needs to be a little cautious about how he goes about his task of negotiating the grid of back markers that he'll have to go by.
Now, I think if I'm correct, he's the only one so far to clock a lap of under 1 minute 24 seconds is Syed Muzammil Ali, and that tells you he's growing in confidence with every passing lap. He's getting used to it. He's loving this circuit right now, the 2.2 kilometer long Kari Motor Speedway in Coimbatore. The Bangalore lad leading from P1, and he so far continued to be right at the top as far as the racing charts are concerned.
Yeah, there he is in your picture frames. Remember, it's going to be difficult at times to spot him among the the back markers that he's going past. He's now just about completing lap number 8 is Syed Muzammil Ali. Now he's gone on and completed that 8th lap of his as Syed.
Well, Tanay Gaikwad seems to have had some trouble. He's nowhere close now. He's in fact dropped off. Continues to lead the line, Saeed, as he's been terrific throughout this race. Yesterday as well, earlier in the qualifying as well, Syed Muzammil Ali was wonderful, and he's got Tanay Gaikwad, Siddharth Sajan, Jagdishan and Sanjeev Mhatre, all of them continuing to do a great job. But as far as the leader of the pack is concerned, that's the man on the screen, Syed Muzammil Ali, the young lad from Bangalore, coming to the end of his 9th lap. And as you can see, there is a massive gap between the first and the second, third, fourth and fifth. There, Syed is right at the top. On your speed bike number 9, and he's followed by Syed Muzammil. So Ram Prakash right at the bottom of the list as far as the races are concerned. The back traffic, as we say, and now Syed goes past him as well with ease, like a hot knife through butter. No problem there at all for Ali. wonderful stuff from the young rider as he's into his final lap. He's completed 9 laps. This is the final lap for him. If he completes that without losing anything or going through any trouble, that will be the checkered flag for him and the top position in the podium for young Syed Muzammil Ali. Focus has been tremendous from this young lad. Very, very calm, very composed as he stuck to his task. In fact, he stuck to his words as well, what he said to Raman. Keep calm, keep focused, stay on the bike.
Keep the basics going. That's the key, Karthikeya. Keep the basics going. And now he can celebrate. Now he can jump all he wants. Now he can give all the reactions that he wants. He started off the season with a win as Syed Muzammil Ali. Led from start to finish over the 10 laps. Clinical in his execution, and he staved off the challenge from Tanay Gaikwad, from Siddharth, from Sanjeev Matre, from Jagdish. He's taken the checkered flag.
Tremendous race from young Syed Muzammil Ali. As I said, led from P1. Never ever gave any other rider a chance to get past. Always in control. A dominant performance by young Ali as he picks up the first win. And now, I think he's celebrated a bit too much. Gone off the track, but, well, doesn't matter now. He's gone past the checkered flag to get the win under his belt.
I think he's just stopped to say his prayers to the Almighty. That's all that he did. Just bowed his head down, said thank you very much. It's a race win that I will cherish.
Emotional moment as well for the young man. As you can see, his left hand going through in front of his face, wiping the tears off. A very emotional moment for him, but a wonderful race, a very dominant performance, as I said, from Syed, taking up the top position podium in this JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup.
So there you have it. Not necessarily in the order in which they're running right now, but they're the top 3 finishers in this race, the podium finishers. That's Siddharth Sajan, of course, who's just gone by. He's on bike number 1, but a very emotional, very emotional Syed Muzammil Ali. And Tanay Gaikwad, who's on bike number 14, is the man who's come in second.
Excellent stuff this from Syed. You can see very emotional. He stayed very calm throughout the race, throughout those 10 laps. And once he got that win under his belt, that's when the celebrations began for him. You could see him sat on his bike jumping and then stopped for a while, offered the prayer prayers to the Almighty, and then now you can see very emotional, the young boy. Why not? Started off with a win in the Gixxer Cup race 1 of round 1 of the 2019 JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship at the Kari Motor Speedway. As you can see, the bike is now going off to the wave bridge in the alignment bar. Great performance from Syed Muzammil Ali. Tanay Gaikwad, Siddharth Sajan, Jagdishan N and Sanjeev Matre all gave them a bit of a fight, not just to Syed initially, but to each one for the second and the third spot on the podium. Syed, although, made that top spot his own after that first and the second lap, always in the lead. Terrific performance, and then no chance for anyone to catch him. Syed Muzammil Ali, the race winner of race 1 of the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup.
फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो और टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं टू व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Break my, turn around, yeah. Break my, turn around, yeah.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre रेंजर सीरीज विद सुपीरियर ब्रेकिंग, स्टॉप फ्रॉम 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो और टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं टू व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Break my, turn around, yeah. Break my, turn around, yeah.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre रेंजर सीरीज विद सुपीरियर ब्रेकिंग, स्टॉप फ्रॉम 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो और टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं टू व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज होंगे। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी वो फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around यार, brake मार, turn around यार।
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
So we're in this lovely wind city of windmills, as it's called, Coimbatore. And it's round one of the 22nd JK Tyre National Racing Championship. Year 2019, that's what it is. In the commentary box, I'm Raman Banot, with me, Karthikeya Sinha, looking really, really dapper at the moment. And little lull in the racing action. But what fantastic stuff we've seen so far, Karthikeya. We've seen two races unfold. We've had the Novice Cup race where the young Chirag Ghorpade led from the front. And then, of course, in the bike side, Muzammil taking a win.
Absolutely. I think one thing to take home from these two races is if you start at P1, you're going to win the race. And if that's the way it's going to go, then Sohail Shah will be a happy man.
Yes, he's going to be starting off the Formula LGB4 race on P1. But don't forget, the grid for Formula LGB4 is packed with champions. Champions who've been there, done that, taken top honors. So it's not going to be easy. Defending champion Raghu Rangasamy is going to be there on that grid as well. Don't forget Vishnu Prasad.
Well, you got Vishnu Prasad there, you got, as you said, Raghu Rangaswamy, Chitesh Mondodi in there in the ranks, and you got the experienced drivers as well. So it's going to be, I think, the most difficult, the most entertaining, the toughest race to win, but it's certainly going to be the highlight race of the day as well, the LGB Formula 4, something to look forward to. I've been thinking about this race since yesterday evening.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this list, and I can just count off the number of champions that you see on this sheet of paper. There's Diljit, who's been there, done that. You talked about, Vishnu Prasad, who's on, you were mentioning. Rohit Khanna had a fantastic previous season. I think he was a tad unlucky.
Finished third.
Yes, he finished third, but, at one point of time, he was one of the major title contenders, was Rohit Khanna. And then you had the decision of the stewards, a couple of race incidents that went against him in the last season that, derailed his championship ride, so to speak. Vishnu Prasad's been there, done that, multiple-time national champion. Raghul finally getting a championship title under his belt. He'd be keen to, have a season redo, if I might call it that, barring all the drama and excitement. I think he'd like to have another repeat of what happened last season in terms of a title championship win.
Absolutely, and I think, as you said, that Raghul will want to defend his title. Vishnu Prasad will want to get back the title because he was the champion a couple of seasons ago. Last season it was Raghul who won that, so it's going to be a phenomenal season. We've the names we said, we've spoken about them. They all will want to get their hands on the trophy.
Oh yes, they would, and that's the reason why this Formula LGB4 becomes the key one, the key category in this championship to talk about. Not to say that the others are going to be any less exciting. When you're talking about the Novice Cup, you've got to realize that you've got young drivers, who haven't had a podium finish, or young karters who've come through the ranks and getting this Novice Cup as a step-up category when they've come in from karting to road racing, and they want a little step up before they get to the Formula LGB4. I think it's great work being done by JK Tyre every time. We'll slip into a short break here. When we come back, we got another race coming up, the one that Karthik has just mentioned, the Formula LGB4. Don't go anywhere.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार. इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो. टायर्स में कुछ भी. ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे. इट्स ओके यार. क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है. इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल. तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज होके. जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल.
फिर से लेट.
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी वो फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी. Break my turn around, yeah. Break my turn around, yeah.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए. ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
So we're all set. The Formula LGB4 category, the first race of the season in this category about to kick off. Remember, this is a race category that features drivers from multiple teams competing not just for individual top honors, but also for the team championship as well. And why I mentioned teams is because in this category, you've got an all-girls racing team as well, and that is Ahura Racing, a team that's run by none other than Sarosh Ataria. But let's focus now on the man who's on pole position, the young lad. Sohail Shah starts off on pole. He's got a great chance to make it count, not just for himself, but for M Sport. Sohail, qualifying was good.
Yeah, it was really good. I felt that my teammates would be there. And after the second quali, when I see Sandeep's time, I was just a bit shivering. So then I was a bit surprised to get pole towards the end. And my teammates also had a few issues in their car, so hopefully that's sorted and we can work as a team to get to top 3.
Yeah, so you'll have to lead the line. That's the way they say.
Yeah, I mean, like starting from pole, you need to be a supporting role as well. You can't just think of yourself when you're in a category like this and against so many different teams.
Yeah, but I hope you're going to make the most of this the pole position that you've got. Go well.
Thank you.
So from M Sport, it's Sohail Shah who starts off on pole. But don't forget, Dark Dawn have got Ashwin Datta, who's on P2, another seasoned campaigner. Ashwin, all set?
Yeah, I guess I'm all set. Just looking forward to the race and focusing.
Plans for a fresh season?
Nothing, just accumulate as many points as possible and just have fun because it's a pretty competitive grid. A lot of national champions in it, so Yeah, just trying to stay happy and be happy with wherever we finish.
Go well. I love the way he summed it up, did Ashwadatta. He said lots of former champions on the grid. So it's not going to be easy. And I'm going to talk to one such former champion, multiple time champion, Vishnu Prasad. Vishnu, unfamiliar territory to be on P3.
No, we had a crash in practice, so that put us on the back step for qualifying, but I think we definitely have the pace now, so I think we can go for the win now.
Well, last season was full of drama, full of excitement, and a whole lot of appeals. Finally, in the end, it went Raghul's way. What are we looking forward to this season?
Hopefully more as exciting as races as last year and a championship in my side.
Well, they'll be saying if it's all in the team, it's all right.
Yeah, I think that is the best way to go, no?
Chalo, go well for this race. That's Vishnu Prasad for you. I tell you what, he's always the competitor, always wants the best result that's possible. And Rohit Khanna, the man from Delhi, Dark Dawn Racing driver. Rohit, good to see you, mate. And hopefully we'll get you out of the car into the combox sometime during the season soon.
Well, I hope to get there with you. It's always fun being up there and watching the action from up close and commentating.
Well, right now you're going to be a part of the action and back to reliving the rivalries on the racetrack.
Well, always has been. It's always something that we miss when the season is off. So so good to be back here, like always. And we're going to try and put our best foot forward and see where we go.
Well, couple of teammates on either side of the track. If you look at it, the way it's lined up, M Sport on 1 and 3, Dark Dawn on 2 and 4.
Hasn't it been like that always for the last couple of seasons? It's always been M Sport versus Dark Dawn. So yeah, I mean, you got between 1, 2, 3, 4, you got 2 cars from M Sport, you got 2 cars from Dark Dawn. So it should be an even Steven going into corner 1.
And you put the disappointment of last season behind now. Just ringing that up.
Yeah, it's a new year, new race, new round, new circuit. So yeah, I'll put all the past demons behind me, and we'll see where we can head from here.
Fly with the angels, mate.
Right, thank you so much.
That's the way it is. The way it lines up, just about 5 odd minutes to go before the start of this race, the Formula LGB4. And I tell you what, it's not just about individual drivers, it's about the teams who are going to be going hard at each other. Remember, each team has multiple drivers on the racetrack. Dark Dawn Racing, you can see their cars line up to my left. You can see there on 2 and 4, Ashwin, and you've got Rohit Khanna there on my right. You've got the M Sport cars. They've had a traditional rivalry, these two teams. I talked about Sarosh Hataria's team, Ahura Racing. They're the all-girls racing team. We conquered. That's what the girls were saying last season. Their first season on the racetrack. This is going to be season 2 for them. So it'll be interesting to see how the team has grown, how the drivers' capabilities have improved over a season, heading into a new one. So that's the way it's lining up. Not much time left before this race gets underway. And I'll throw it back to Karthikeya Sinha in the commentary box, where I'll be joining him.
Thank you, Raman. Not very far away from the start of race 3 for the day. It's the LGB Formula 4. Sohail Shah from Bangalore starting in P1. We've got Ashwin Datta from Chennai in P2. Former champion Vishnu Prasad again from Chennai starting in P3. Rohit Khanna, the Delhi lad who finished 3rd last season, starting at P4. Sandeep Kumar A from Chennai again, P5. Defending champion Raghul Rangaswamy from Chennai, P5. Then you got another former champion in Chitesh Mandodi from Kolhapur in P7. Rahul Deshpande, P8. Got Kunal Maini at P9. The local boy Bala Prasad AS from Coimbatore and P10. Meera Erda from Gujarat. Starting at P11, Mihir Barwe, P12, Manav Dogal from Delhi, starting in P13. And then Akshay Kapoor, P14, Vishwas Vijay Raj, P15, Mega KS from Ahura Racing, one of the racing teams, an all-women racing team from Coimbatore, starting at P16, Priyanshu Talian, P17, Phoebe Dale Nongrum at P18, Mrinali Singh P19, Diana Pundoli P20, Ojaswi Mehta from Mumbai at P21, and P22 we got Manisha Ram Kelkar, Anushriya Gulati, P23, Natasha Purin, P24 from Pune, Hashim Ek of Calicut, P25, and Diljit TS from Kerala of the Dark Dawn Racing, starting in P26 as the formation lap gets underway at the Kari Motor Speedway. Race 1, as far as this category is concerned, that's the LGB Formula 4. First race of this category of the season, round 1 at the Kari Motor Speedway of 2019 JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship. 15 laps in this race. We've had 2 races earlier of the Novice Cup and the Suzuki Gixxer Cup. Those 2 were 10 laps apiece. This one, the biggest prize of them all, a 15-lap race. Some signs finally of sun coming out, although there hasn't been a single drop of rain in Coimbatore, but the weather has been fantastic. The wind city, along with the cloud cover, making it a perfect setup for some tremendous action of racing. Trying to get the grips on the tyre, warmed up, getting the engine all revved up and ready for the action, as the actual race will start off very quickly. Sohail Shah from Bangalore in the Mega Sport team will start off at P1. Dark Dawn Racing's Ashwin Datta will be at P2. Vishnu Prasad again from Mega Sport, P3, and Rohit Khanna of Dark Dawn Racing, the Delhi boy, starting at P4. A grid packed with the current champion, the defending champion, a lot of former champions. We got Vishnu Prasad in there, Raghu Rangaswamy, the defending champion, Jitesh Mandodi as well, and a few who've been around, Diljit TS as well, and a lot of drivers from the Ahura racing team. That's an all-women's racing team. The likes of Mrinali Singh, Diana Pundol, you got Natasha Puri and Anushriya Gulati as well from the Ahura Racing. So getting information that's going to be an extra formation lap now before the start of the race. So you can see on through the flags the wind blowing across the track. Yes, it will be an extra formation lap before we start the race here at the Kari Motor Speedway. A 2.2 kilometer long circuit, 15 laps in this race, with Sohail Shah leading the line. And again, they're off in this second formation lap before we get to the 50%. With the cars taking the track, we've got Roman leaving the track and back in the com box again. Welcome back.
Probably the marshal's not completely happy with what had transpired as far as that first formation lap is concerned. The adjustment of cars, therefore another formation lap. So the cars are being put through at the moment at the Kari Motor Speedway. One point, remember, it used to be the 2.1 kilometer long racetrack. It's now another 100 meters added on, so it's 2.2 kilometers. That's what the current length of the racetrack is at the Kari Motor Speedway. This grid, I see some big names. Remember, we've talked about it earlier. Vishnu Prasad, multiple-time national champion. Raghu Rangaswamy, defending champion. Oh, there are problems here, as you've got a car stalled on the racetrack in the formation lap.
Not a great start, to be honest, but still, they certainly want to get that going back up again. And before the lights go off, as long as that car can make it back to the grid. It'll be all
Yes,
right.
yes, I think that seems to be okay. They've got the cars coming back around towards the final segment of the circuit of the racetrack. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's why the slide holder, they're just going to get the positions right for the drivers as they'll approach the start grid line. Remember, there's no dearth of experience on this race grid. Remember, there's Diljit TS. Keep your eye out on him. Oh, problems here for another Ahura racing car, and that's Ojasvi Mehta.
Ojasvi from Mumbai. See, obviously clearly stalled there, and she'd be hoping to get that car back on track very, very quickly, get it running, and then get back on the grid. She will be starting at the very end on P26. So it seems that, as you can see, the marshals and the stewards are up there trying to get her back up and running. Will she be able to get there? That's the question. Initially scheduled to start at P21 was Ojasvi, but it seems that it's over even before it started for her.
Yes, unfortunate for Ojasvi Mehta. I don't think she's going to make it to the start grid. Race getting underway in earnest. Just spinning of tires at the start line. And Sohail Shah, the young lad who's started off on pole position, immediately being put under pressure. Ashwin Datta has taken the lead as they go into C1. It's a Dark Dawn racing driver who's got the race lead, not the M Sport driver.
It was a terrific start there. Terrific start for Ashwin Datta. And he's already opened up a bit of a gap right at the top. This is going to be a very, very interesting race. We've got the likes of Ragul Rangaswamy will also making sure that he will want to get a good start, get in the top half as far as top 3 is concerned in this race. The yellow flags are out. So we've had an incident already on the track.
Well. Yellow flags out. You can see a couple of drivers in the mid-pack waving hands at each other. So no overtaking allowed, remember, when the yellow flag's out. Drivers will have to hold race positions, and that's why you can see in the mid-pack there was a little altercation that one saw between a couple of drivers because there was an attempted overtaking maneuver while the yellow flag had already come out. I'm sure the marshals are going to look into that as the race stewards are going to take a quick look at what has happened. And that's another Ahura racing car. Natasha Puri's car has stalled on the racetrack.
Well, it's not a great start for Ahura Racing, that's for sure. First it was Ojasvi Mehta, now Natasha Puri. And well, it seems her race is over as well. Yeah, she's walked off of her car. The crane coming in now to get that off the track for the normal race to commence.
And you know, there was a safety car that came out very quickly right at the you know, at the time the incident happened, because it's happened in the very first lap heading into C1 with the you know, one of the cars in the back of the grid. So now they'll have to complete this lap behind the safety car, holding up positions. You said it was a 15-lap race. We've lost out time on the race now because of this incident, and that will mean so much lesser time. I'll go back to what Sohail Shah said to me when we were talking at the time he was on pole position just before the start of the race. He was saying it's not just about winning the race, is it? It's about doing what is best for the team. And I think the tactic was very clear. What they'd like to do is Sohail would probably look at trying to hold back Rohit Khanna as long as possible, so that you can get an opportunity for someone like Vishnu Prasad or some of the other M Sport racing drivers to mount pressure on the Dark Dawn racing drivers. It's team sport, remember, despite just being an individual sport, this is a team contest as well, where you're trying to maximize the output for your team. So the safety car's gone into the pit lane now. It's back to racing in earnest.
Not just Vishnu Prasad, he's got Raghu Raghuswamy, one of the teammates of the M-Sport team for Sohail Shah. The likes of Ashwin Datta along with Rohit Khanna cars left the track. It's dived into the pit.
You know, what's happened is that Vishnu Prasad has moved into third position. He's overtaken Rohit Khanna. And now you've got two M Sport cars lining up. In fact, both M Sport cars are looking to go past Rohit Khanna, who's the Dark Dawn Racing driver. And they have.
They have, and I think it's Raghu Rangaswamy who's come up at number 3 now. The car number 99, followed by Vishnu Prasad. Number 24, Sohail Shah drops down to number 2. Hasn't been a great start for him, but what a start for
Ashwin Datta. Yes, he's done a fantastic start. He's leading the pack at the moment. Keep an eye out on those 3 M Sport cars in yellow. They're breathing down Ashwin Datta's neck. There goes Rohit Khanna in car number 1. He's running 4th at the moment as Sohail Shah looks to make a move, then drops back behind the race leader. And that is because he wants to use the slipstream. He wants to make sure that he gets that air pocket. Oh!
Some smoke flying off there, and will he be able to defend it? Yes, he does so. With that terrific stuff. This is motor racing at its very best as far as the National Racing Championship is concerned. Both of them right at it. Sohail Shah and Ashwin Datta again. Now this time, the inside comes Ashwin Datta holding that line, not allowing Sohail Shah to pass through. Terrific. And there's going to be consistent pressure now on Ashwin Datta from those 3 yellow cars. One's trying to come from the inside, the other's trying to come from the outside. It's like a pack of wolves trying to hunt down Ashwin Datta. Yeah.
And you know what's interesting is Sohail is the man who's looking to be most aggressive. He's the guy who's really pushing Ashwin Datta. Raghu Rangaswamy is behind him. He's the guy looking to take the outside line. And Vishnu Prasad, the multiple time former national champion, he's playing the waiting game. That's Vishnu. You can see him go by. He's in car number 42. Raghu Rangaswamy is in car number 99. He's just got behind Vishnu now.
Rohit Khanna drop down to number 5. Battle now again between Sohail Shah, and it's again tie to tie in corner 1. And once again, it is Ashwin Datta who holds off the challenge from Sohail Shah. That's from Bangalore. At the moment, Bangalore versus Chennai going on right at the top, with Ashwin Datta leading the line. A best lap of 1 minute, 12.624 seconds. That's the last lap that he's completed. Vishnu Prasad in second, Raghu Rangaswamy in third, Sandeep Kumari moving up to 4th, Rahul Deshpande 5th, and local boy Bala Prasad from Coimbatore in 6th. So Rohit Khanna, who started at P4, he's dropped down.
Yes, but that was at the time when the lap was done. So Rohit's still there. And we'll take a look at it because you can just see his car number 1 just go by. And he's going to be in contention as well. But I think for now, it's going to be a test for Ashwin Datta. In car number 5, the Dark Dawn Racing driver has done well so far. He's staved off the challenge. Can he continue with the momentum?
Ashwin Datta and Vishnu Prasad is concerned. 0.567 seconds at the start of lap number 6. 5 laps completed. 1/3 of the way through in this race, and Diljit TS has moved up to the 6th place. Started right at the back of the grid. Diljit TS of Dark Dawn Racing. Terrific start for him as well. But the battle continues as far as the first, second, third is concerned. Now, Shah's taken a spin. Lucky he's back on the track again, and now it's the defending champion, Raghu Rangaswamy, in battle with Rohit Khanna.
Now that's the key. It's car number 1. Look out for that because Raghu now, each teammate has got a strategy marked out. You've got Vishnu Prasad and Sohail trying to tackle and take on Ashwin Datta for the race lead. And you can see Vishnu has in fact now gone really close. He's now in second, and Raghu Rangaswamy in third, and Rohit Khanna in 4th.
Unfortunately for Sohail Shah, further down. Starting from P26 has moved up to 5th place, and that's in tremendous start. Rahul Deshpande in 6th at the end of that lap number 6. almost halfway through this race. This has been a tremendous start. Well, Ashwin Datta continuing to lead. The gap between him and Vishnu Prasad not much, just 0.706 seconds. As now it'll be composure and the nerves that'll be tested of this young man Ashwin Datta, and the experience of Vishnu Prasad will come into play. The defending champion Rahul Rangasamy certainly would be hoping to start off the season with a bang and get on the podium, at least if not right on the top. And he's certainly in contention. There is Rahul Rangasamy at the third position. But it's too aggressive. And possibly trying to get that lead back, or trying to get back to that top spot, and he's dropped off.
Yes, he's trying to push too hard. Unfortunately for him, it didn't work. But look at that. Is Rohit Khanna making a move on Rahul Rangasamy? He has. He's overtaken Rahul. So Rohit Khanna is now in third. Ashwin Datta leading the pack. It's Vishnu Prasad who's hemmed in the middle in second. So now it's a Dark Dawn Racing driver in the lead. M Sport second. Third car on the grid is also a Dark Dawn Racing car.
Initially it was just Dark Dawn and 3 M Sport, and now suddenly all that's gone. It's one after the other, an alternate going on with Dark Dawn, M Sport, Dark Dawn, and then again M Sport. And the man who started at P1, Zohail Shah, nowhere to be seen as far as the front pack is concerned. He'll be hoping to make it down next time round.
Yes, but this could be trouble here for Ashwin Datta. He's running to the back markers. This is going to slow him down a little. Is this going to be an opportunity for Vishnu Prasad to catch up? The Ahura Racing car ahead of him, that's the back marker, and he does well. As Ashwin Datta gets past that back marker quickly.
This is where his experience will come in as well for Vishnu Datta. Look at that gap between the two, between Datta and Prasad, was 0.7 seconds, and now it's dropped down to 0.4 and now 4.50.
Yes, Anushriya Gulati was there in car number 9, the back marker whom these drivers had to go past. Just a fraction of a second, you slow down a little, lose the pace, could have opened up a window of opportunity for Vishnu Prasad to overtake.
Well, he's done well there as Ashwin Datta to avoid that, and certainly we got Rohit Khanna as well trying to stay with the leaders, and now trying to come on the outside. There is Vishnu Prasad, former champion, former champion. In fact, he lost his championship last year to Rahul Rangasamy.
Yes, his teammate. So that's what he was saying. I don't mind, the trophy stays with the team, just comes with a different name of an individual written in front of it.
Only one driver per car, but there's a team game for a few in a way, with the Constructors' Championship as well on the line at the end of the season. Terrific that battle going on between Ashwin Datta and Vishnu Prasad. Rahul Rangasamy remains third, Sandeep Kumar fourth, Diljit TS 5.
Look at that. Vishnu taking the outside line, but Ashwin Datta holds his line, holds his nerve, and stays in the lead. Vishnu's going to keep mounting pressure like that, but it's not going to be easy for Vishnu. Ashwin's had a very good race so far.
That's the best lap as well as Ashwin. 1 minute 11.635 seconds. That's the fastest of the lap that we've seen in the top 5 or top 6. That's come from Ashwin Datta, and 1 minute 11.635 seconds. That was his 7th lap. He's completed 9 laps. We're almost 2/3 of the way through in this race. Remember, it's a 15-lap race. This is the first one of the Formula 4. Round 1 of the 2019 JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship. And again, continues to hold on to the lead there. Does Ashwin Datta, and he's been put under consistent pressure by the experienced Vishnu Prasad. Rahul Rangasamy in the meantime staying third, Sandeep Kumar fourth, TS from P26 moves up to the 5th spot. Rahul Deshpande, he's come up to number 5. Well, started at P8 and Rahul Deshpande, he's now moved up to 6th. But it's all about that battle between the two, Ashwin Datta and Vishnu Prasad. Dark Dawn Racing and M Sport.
And there's a battle on for third as well between Raghul and Rohit Khanna in car number 1. Problems here for a dark blonde racing driver, and that seems to be Mihir Barve, who probably has had the end of the race for him. There you see him off the track onto the gravel, and he is really upset with himself, the lad from Mumbai.
Absolutely livid, just couldn't break at the right moment, went through instead of turning right, and well, I could imagine that'll be the end of the race for him as well. But again now trying to come and trying to go on the track. Seeing to the yellow flag is out with the signal coming in from Vishnu Prasad, sticking out his left hand. Or possibly, I think, just signaling that the yellow flag is out, no more overtaking allowed. And as you can see there on the corner, the yellow flag was out. So no more overtaking now. Ashwin Datta won't mind that, certainly, because the gap between the two, between Ashwin Datta and Vishnu Prasad at the end of lap number 11 was 0.152 seconds, as close as it can be.
And I also feel while that yellow flag was out, Rohit Khanna probably overtook Raghul Rangasamy. So, you know, there's a battle going on for the third spot, and we'll see it now when the cars come by. This is, of course, the race leader, Ashwin, who's followed by Vishnu Prasad. But look at the car that's coming up behind them. That's car number 1, Rohit Khanna. And I think Rohit overtook Raghul Rangasamy while the yellow flag was out. So that position might not stand.
Or when the safety cars there, or when the yellow flag was there, if he allows him to get back again in front, if that was the case, or apart from that, I think he may just get a penalty of a few seconds at the end of the race. That would certainly hamper where he ends the race. Again, they've been kept busy today. We've had the Novice racing as well. That tricky first corner, that's had a lot of victims throughout day 1.
Yes, it has, but this is C1, and that's one of the reasons why they got the yellow flag out, because at this corner, when the cars are coming down the straight, they're coming at such high speed that there is always a risk that some car or the other will overrun the straight and not, you know, take the corner, take the turn, the tight right-hander, but actually run on straight through from the track onto the gravel.
Safety car still there. All the drivers will have to follow that. No chance to overtake. Now also sliding off Manisha Ram Kelkar from Mumbai. That's car number 61 on your screen. Overtaking a bit, looking to turn, but in the end stalling right there in the middle of the track. Manisha Ram Kelkar.
Remember, she
Actress as well.
Yes, absolutely. Comes from the family of you know, very, very well-known you know, theatre and movie personalities. Ram Kelkar's daughter, and that's you know, she's had an interest in motorsport and has done exceedingly well for herself as Manisha.
Very closely following the safety car are the top 4 there. Now the safety car gathers momentum. It seems that will be it, and will dive off in the pit lane. And yes, that's exactly what happens now. The race is again back on. Will there be an attempt from Vishnu Prasad to now overtake race leader Ashwin Datta? You got Raghul Rangasamy and Rohit Khanna as well on in the mix, and now all three neck to neck. Rohit right at the extreme right of the screen, Vishnu in the middle of that yellow car, leading the race. Ashwin Datta, Raghul Rangasamy fourth. There's a bit of a mix-up going on. Touching tyres as well, dust coming off that corner. All's well that ends well, no one spun off. Has Vishnu taken the lead here?
He has, and not only is he taken the lead, Ashwin Datta, the race leader, has dropped back to third. It's Vishnu in the lead. You've got Rohit Khanna running second. Ashwin Datta is third.
That's what a safety car can do. You know, all the cars back up right next to the safety, right behind the safety car. And once the safety car drops into that grid, drops into that pit lane, that's when it all starts again. The battle starts again. And it's Vishnu Prasad who's now leading the pack, followed by Rohit Khanna for Delhi, and then Ashwin Datta, who started at P2, now drops down to the third position. Very closely followed by Rahul Rangasamy. And the checkered flag is there as well. So will be followed by Ashwin Datta. Rahul Rangasamy. Will it be Rahul or will it be Rohit Khanna who will come out and the race? What a race we've had this one in the LGB Formula 4. Enthralling stuff, neck to neck, tyre to tyre, and not a single driver in the top four willing to give up that top spot. Started off with that aggressive drive from Sohail Shah. Unfortunately, his race ended early on. Vishnu Prasad continued to put pressure on Ashwin Datta. Ashwin Datta managed to hold off the former champion for the longest period of time, but just that very moment when the safety car drifted into the pit, the experience of Vishnu Datta came into play and he overtook, and it is Vishnu Prasad who's won the race. Vishnu Prasad nicking one against Ashwin Datta, who did so well to hold off the former champion. Vishnu Prasad winning race 1 of the LGB Formula 4 2019 season.
Just tells you the kind of champion that he is as the cars go into the weighing bridge area, the weigh-in area, to ensure that you know, the car does have the minimum weight on it the way it's supposed to be. So that's the way it's wrapped up. Vishnu with a very handy win.
What a race this from both, in fact not both, all 5 of them, I have to say. Sohail Shah, Sandeep Kumar dropping down, Rohit Khanna doing a terrific job, Ashwin Datta as well doing a terrific job. But it was Vishnu Prasad, the man from Chennai in Vigasport, M Sport racing car, that got the checkered flag, finishing at the top. Wonderful stuff. Great use of the experience, and defending champion Rahul Rangasamy for a very long time was in contention, trying to sneak into that top 3. In fact, did manage to do it for a while, but then eventually ended just outside the podium positions. Great race to start off the LGB Formula 4 season. And if this is something to go by, what a season we're in for. This is just round 1. We're talking about how good this race has been. Let's catch a few highlights.
Just taking a look at some of the high points of the race that just got over, the Formula LGB4. The man on my side is the voice you've been hearing for a while all through the day today, Karthikeya Sinha. That's the man with the smile. I'm Raman Banot. And Karthikeya, it's been a good day so far.
Oh, what a day we've had. Started with the Novice Cup, then the Gixxer, and then this was, I think, by far the best race, the most enthralling race of the day, neck to neck from start till the very end. And in the end, the experience of Vishnu Prasad, seeing him through, and got to feel a little bit for Sohail Shah, who's driving so well. Started at P1, and I think just a little bit too aggressive there, just trying to overtake Ashwin Datta in those initial laps.
Yes, and I think
costing him, he's slipping off.
And I think that was the job that he was entrusted by the team, M Sport. And he said it right at the start of the race, at the pole position, just before the race began. He said, hang on, it's a team sport. Despite me being on pole, we need to have someone from the team winning. I have a role to play. And I think he played the role. His job was to press hard, try and lead the race as much as possible. He, in fact, dropped back too early. And it was Ashwin Datta who was leading the pack. So his job was to try and press Ashwin as much as possible, try and somehow get past him, put the pressure on Ashwin. He did that. And I think his race perished because he tried too hard. But it opened up the door for Vishnu Prasad. And I think the safety car coming out really opened that window of opportunity, because right as the safety car went off the track and racing resumed, you saw the switch in the lead. And Ashwin dropped back and you had Vishnu take the lead.
Oh, absolutely. I think, even before the safety car came out, it was neck to neck between Ashwin Datta and Vishnu Prasad. At a point in time, we saw the gap between the two was 0.152 seconds for the first and the second spot. But then that safety car came on, and that gave Vishnu the idea. He knew, he's an experienced man. He knew that once the safety car picks up the speed, that it's going to dart down now into the pit lane. And that's where he will have to capitalize. And he did that within the next 400-500 meters. He was right there leading the pack. Was Vishnu Prasad. What a race we had. I think the only disappointing part would be the start for Ahuda Racing, I guess.
Yes, unfortunate for some of the Ahuda Racing drivers. The girls, that's the all-girls racing team, remember? That's been put together by a former national champion himself, Sarosh Ataria. It's a fantastic initiative. But yes, you're right, not the best of starts. Initially, we saw, Ojaswi go off and her race was over before it started. Then you had a couple of other racers, Natasha and even Megha went in for a bit of a spin there. So there were these issues that a couple of drivers did have. But all in all, I'll go back to that rivalry between Dark Dawn and M Sport, the two teams who are really vying for the top team title as well, and their individual drivers vying for the individual crown. I thought also spare a thought for Rohit Khanna, because Rohit Khanna and Ragul Rangasamy, they've got history between them. You remember last season there was a fair share of exchanges as well. Ragul, defending champion, was put under the pump early on in the race today. I think those two had a fair share of exchanges. But Vishnu, again you say, winning a championship or winning a race over a number of seasons is about gaining experience as well. And those fine margins make all the difference in terms of the final output of the result. And today, with Vishnu winning, it was again just those fine margins, seeing the safety car, knowing when it's going to dart in, getting the momentum just at the right point of time to be able to have more speed on your car as compared to the race leader. Maybe use that slipstream, go past him and take the lead.
The exact moment when he put the pedal to the metal. And he did that to perfection there, did Vishnu. And, to be honest, feel a little bad for Ashwin. He had a terrific race, led all through the race, but in the end, it's the experience of Vishnu that got him through. And again, getting back to Rohit Khanna, a terrific race. It's not easy to hold someone the likes of Raghu Rangasamy, who's right at your back, and in fact overtake him as well. Under sustained pressure, kept his calm, kept his cool. And when you spoke to him at the grid before the start of the race, he's looking very calm and composed, was Rohit Khanna. In fact, I think he offered that he'd pop down here in the com box for a while as well.
Yeah, we'll try and get him into the box and get his thoughts. Of course, can't happen in a Formula LGB race, but maybe for the Novice Cup in the round to follow. But yeah, he's that kind of character, and they get that kind of personality. You'll have the competitive spirit, the competitive streak and the kind of cool and calm and composed approach are mixed into one. But it's been a good start to the race. It's been a good start to the season, to round one so far. We'll step into a short break, come back with more.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं टू व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेके ओके, जेके टायर टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around यार, brake मार, turn around यार।
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre-Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं टू व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेके ओके, जेके टायर टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around यार, brake मार, turn around यार।
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre-Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
Right, at Coimbatore at the moment, it's round one of the 22nd edition of the JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship. Remember, we've already seen 3 races today, and we're just now heading into race number 4 of the day. It's going to be the second race of the JK Tyre Novice Cup. And what we're seeing here is a reverse grid. the top 8 racers of race 1 in the order in which they finished, that order has now been reversed for this particular race, which means that Sham, who had finished 8th in the first race of the Novice Cup, today will now start on pole position in race 2. And that also means that Chirag Ghorpade, who actually won race 1, has been pushed back all the way to P8 on the start grid for race 2 of this particular contest. That's the way it's going to go. One of the reasons why you get into a reverse grid is because you want to give chances to other drivers as well in the middle of the pack to get a clear sight of the racetrack. Sham gets an opportunity today. Sham, excited about the prospects?
Yes, I want to just take a good start and just pull over the lead and just go away.
Get a good start, pull away from the rest of the pack. Clear sight of the racetrack, not 10 cars that you have to worry about. Looks good?
Yeah, it's good.
Go well. That's Sham for you. He's got a great opportunity to make this pole position count. Remember, as I said before, it's a reverse grid, which means the top 8 drivers, their positions, the classification positions of race 1 have now been inverted. So the man who won the race goes back to P8. And then, when I say P8, it means you've got Chirag Ghorpade. Chirag will have a tough contest because the man who finished second was a lad called Aro Ravindra, who's now on P7. And don't forget, there's Mohammad Rayan, who's on P6. He'd finished third in the opening race. So with the inverted, the reverse grid, it's going to be very exciting. They'll have to get past a lot of other drivers who are ahead of them. It promises to be exciting fair.
Thank you, Raman. So that's the final race coming up for the day, the JK Tyre Novice Cup with the reverse grid, as Raman confirmed. So the top 8 will be reversed, which means that race winner Chirag Ghorpade will start at P8, along with Aroha Ravindran will start from P7. Mohammad Rayan, who came in third, will be at P6. Aditya Swaminathan, who came in fourth, will be P5. Sai Prithvi Sudhakar at P4. Shyam will be at P1. Mohammad Raza Sheikh will be at P2. That's Shyam, who will start at P1, followed by Mohammad Riaz on the right of your screen at P2, the red car, and he'd be hoping to make full use of that reverse grid. Finished 7th did Mohammad Riaz of Birel Art, the lad from Pune, Birel Art Racing Team. He will be starting in P2 in this contest, and all eyes will be on Chirag Ghorpade, who will be starting at P8. That's Parikshit Dhardial, who will be starting at P3. Car number 11. Parikshit from DTS Racing, lad from Bangalore. So the reverse grid rule says that the top 8 finishers will, and the finishing position will be reversed. So the race winner will drop down to P8, and the driver who finished at the 8th will come up at P1. The final race of day 1 of round 1 of the 2019 JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship at the Kari Motor Speedway. They started with the Novice Cup. We had a few crashes, a few slips, a few slides. In particular, C1, the first corner. These drivers would be hoping that they can avoid that and have a good race now. So Shyam with on P1, Mohammad Raza Sheikh at P2, Parikshit Dhardial P3, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar P4. We got Aditya Swaminathan P5, Mohammad Rayan P6, Aroha Ravindran P7, and Chirag Ghorpade, the winner, starting at P8. 4 minutes away from the start of the Novice Cup second race. And off they go. That's the formation lap underway. Getting the tyres warmed up, the engines revved up for the start of the race. yesterday was also the JK Tyre-Novice Cup race. It was a 10-lap race, and this also will be another 10-lap race in the Novice Cup category. Race number 2 of this category today, and apart from that, we've already had one of Novice Cup, one JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup and Red Bull Road to Rookies, and the previous race we had the ever-entertaining, filled with drama, the LGB Formula 4 race of 15 laps, in which it was Vishnu Prasad, the former champion, who edged one over. Ashwin Datta and Rohit Khanna came in third. So, formation lap underway. Windy Kari Motor Speedway. It's been a tremendous day of racing so far. Good temperature, great cloud cover, bit of sun now peeping through in the last hour or so, so the track will be warm as well. The tyres will be warmed up. The drivers will be hoping to make full use of that. The formation lap about to come to an end. The drivers getting back to their positions on the grid. The blue car right at the bottom of your screen, and that's of Shyam of Momentum Motorsports. The lad from Chennai will start in P1. Then you got Mohammad Raza Sheikh in P2 from the Girel Art, the lad from Pune. DTS Racing's Parikshit Dali of Bangalore will be in P3. I'd just like to remind you, this is the reverse grid, so the top 8 finishers, their order will be reversed. Raman Banor is, as always, after his duties at the racetrack, back in the comp box. Welcome back.
Thank you so much, Karthike. Great opportunity for some of the mid-pack drivers to get a look up ahead on the racetrack and try and make the most of it. It's not the easiest of when you're trying to make your way through a mid-pack all the way up. That's something that Chirag Ghorpade, the birthday boy, will now try and do. He's in car number 36, and straight away, oh, there's an incident there.
Again, it's that first corner. Shyam, the man who started at P1, is slid off. Well. Was a good start for Shyam. He started off well from P1 and then just braking a bit too hard, sliding off. And so was Mohammad Raza Sheikh. The drivers from P1 and P2 now sliding off. And it's Sai Prithvi Sudhakar, the lad from Chennai in the Momentum Motorsports Racing team, who's leading now. The yellow flags are out, as you can see. The safety car too will very quickly come out as well. And this is something that we saw in the first race as well, Ramana, the Novice Cup, the race 1 of the day, with corner 1 being the tricky one.
There you see it. In fact, they're two bundled up together. That's Mohammad Raza Sheikh, and in car number 86, Chetan Surineni, who is in trouble. And up ahead, there's another car that's been involved in an incident. That's car number 69.
David Ryan hasn't had a great day.
No, not at all. And you can see another car on the side.
Mohammad Rian as well, sliding off.
And Rishabh Shah, it seems, in car number 16. That's another car that's gone off. So we've had at least about 4 cars involved in an incident, and the race has been red flagged. So this means there'll be a restart to the race. Too many cars involved in an incident there on the racetrack, and just not enough time to get those cars off the racetrack in time before the lap was completed and the drivers came around that dangerous part of the track again. And that's the reason why they red flagged the race. It's going to be a restart to this race now.
There's a lot of debris on the track as well. That'll take a bit of task to sort that out, get that out of the way from that first corner. As you can see, all the drivers lined up on the left side of the track, and those are the scenes of the mayhem, starting from corner 1, then on to corner 2, and well, all of them sliding off with the P1 and P2, Shyam and Mohammad Raza Sheikh starting off proceedings in corner 1, and then cars working hard to get that track and that part of the track ready for racing again. The safety car again out. Let's see what happened.
Now, this is where the race leaders gotten into trouble, who started off on pole position. That was Sham. And then another car gets into the thick of things. That's Mohammad Raza Sheikh. And this is where you've had more trouble brewing. You know, another car gets into trouble, and then, oh, it was complete mayhem. Coming out of C3, there was complete mayhem, and that's the reason why the race had to be red flagged. So, as I was saying, a couple of cars involved: Chetan Surineni, Mohammad Raza Sheikh, casualties on that incident. There you can see the car for David Ryan, another one of the casualties in that entire mayhem that unfolded. Sham, he was the first to be involved in an incident. Rushabh Shah's car also, I think, involved.
About 3 to 4 cars, you can see right at the top of your screen, all no, I don't think they'll be taking any further part in this race, that's for sure. But well, had a great opportunity did Sham and Mohammad Raza Sheikh, thanks to the reverse grid, to get a few points under the belt, but that just didn't work out for them.
And that's another risk you run when you've got a reverse grid, because a lot of times some of the drivers in the mid-pack tend to get a little over-aggressive when they see a clear track in front of them. The braking gets a little, slower. You're braking a lot later than what you would when you see a car ahead of you. You're not able to gauge the distance to the corner.
Unfamiliar territory, one might say?
Absolutely. Simple description of the same.
Generally used to be following cars in front of them, but then suddenly when you see open track, you're like, well, it's like letting a puppy off the leash.
You can look at it as a parallel, but one thing's for sure, the race leader after the first incident was Pranay Richard in car number 2. And then came that pile up when the cars came out of C3. And that's when you had at least 3 or 4 cars involved in an incident. With an incident and the race being red flagged in the first lap itself, are they going to go back and restart the race with the same start grid the way it was?
Well, I think you had Sham, obviously, don't think taking any further part in that race. You won't have Mohammad Raza Sheikh as well, so that's P1 and P2 out of the window. So Chirag Godbody, who started at P8, will possibly come up to P6, and that's another opportunity for him now to have a good start and then try and get back. Or will it be the positions where the race stopped?
So we'll have to wait for the marshals just to take a call and line the cars up. That's exactly what's going to happen. Remember, the way the reverse grid was, it was Sham on P1, it was Mohammad Raza Sheikh on P2, Parikshit on P3, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar on P4, and you had Aditya Swaminathan on P5. So we just wait and see how the cars line up. Now this is what happened in the race right on lap 1 itself. Heading into C1, the race pole sitter Sham in car number 45 braked late, braked hard, braked right into the danger line of oncoming cars. Somehow managed to get away from that trouble, but there was another incident which involved Mohammad Raza Sheikh, the guy who was on P2. He got into trouble. There was another car involved, and that was David Ryan, whose car got into a spot of bother. The race was red flagged straight away.
Well, the mayhem started at C1, but it wasn't a lot of damage that was done there. In fact, it was the third corner when the cars piled up on each other. There was about 4 or 5 cars involved in that incident, and well, the red flag had to come out. It had to come out. There was a lot of debris on the track as well. The track staff had to make sure that it's a cleaned up and perfect setting for car racing, and that would have taken some time. So I think perfect decision to flag it off and start the race again. So
you can see there's going to be a fair bit of moving of the cars around on the grid to get them into the positions that you'd want them to be in. Since the red flag happened on lap 1 itself, they will restart the race with the same grid positions that they had to be in at the start of this race. So Shyam, if his car's running, should be starting off on P1 again.
Well, it seems he is there at P1, and I think he'd be very lucky to, he'll be thanking his stars because he slid off on corner 1 and he just rolled off into the pebbles and the rubble there rather than being stuck on the track itself, because that would have caused more damage like it's done to Mohammad Raza Sheikh and P3 driver, that was Parikshit Dhardial. So these two certainly not getting in there.
Yes, no such problems for Prithvi Sudhakar in car number 2. He seems to be all right.
He will be in P4. He got, see car number 11, that's Parikshit Dhardial. He was supposed to be in P3, so
they'll move him. They'll move his car.
He's moving now. So
that's what I'm saying. It's not going to be easy. The marshals and the track personnel have their task cut out to get the teams to put the cars in the right positions that they're supposed to be in. Because remember, it's not the order in which they were in when the incidents took place, because it's a complete restart to the race, because the red flag came out in the first lap itself. It's still going to be a 10-lap race. We saw the placard pulled out. It's going to be a 10-lap race. It's going to be restarted. It will be restarted with the same grid, the reverse grid that the cars had to be in at the start of the race. So it's like an opportunity being presented twice to Shyam to try and make the most of it.
Well, will he be able to do it this time? I think he'll be a little more cautious going into that first corner. That's for sure. Shyam, on your screen, car number 45 will again start from P1. No Mohammad Raza Sheikh as of now. As you can see, the empty spot on P2. P3 will be Parikshit Dhardial. P4 is there with Sai Prithvi Sudhakar. P5 Aditya is there. P6 Mohammad Ryan is missing, who finished third in the opening race of the day.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you there are a few slots that are missing on the racetrack. I think it'll be important to just count off those slots. Right at the back, you can see a couple of cars missing on the start grid. Right at the front, yes, there's no car at P2. There's no car at P6. The two names that you were recounting just a while ago, Mohammad Raza Sheikh, Mohammad Ryan, they're both not starting this race.
So that gives an opportunity to the likes of Chirag Ghodbode and Aror Ravindran to move forward rather quickly, because remember, Chirag will start at P8. There's no car in front of him. He can straight away go off with full throttle and try and make up some places as the race progresses. And same for P4, and that's Sai Prithvi Sudhakar as well. He's got no one in front of him in P2.
Yes, and go down further down that pack. There's no David Ryan in the start grid now. He was supposed to be on P13, so there's no one there as well.
We've had a great day of racing. Wonderful stuff. We've had a few, well, won't call them accidents, but a few slip-ups, a few crashes to say the least. And corner 1 has been the busiest of the lot.
Let's call them incidents.
Incidents is what we'll put them as. But yes, not very far away from restarting the fourth and final race of the day, day 1. And as we said, the city of wind. You can see from the trees, the leaves flying away, heavy breeze blowing across.
Yes, the city of windmills, as it can be called, Coimbatore. Lovely setting, remember, you see the trees and a lovely skyline, the fluttering of flags as well. It's the 22nd edition of the JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship. Yes, never a dull moment. The wheels of time and the fans of the windmill, they keep rolling.
Never stop here, that's for sure. And you can see even the JK Tyre flags on the right of the screen fluttering away to glory. Hopefully, Shyam will be hoping that he can have a better start this time round in this race. We'll have a formation lap again, and then the race will begin. So Shyam at P1, no Mohammad Raza Sheikh. So P2 is empty. Parikshit Dhardial in P3. Sri Prithvi Sudhakar P4. Aditya Swaminathan P5, Mohammad Ryan also out of the race. So that's P6 is empty. Aroh Ravindra will start P7, and Chirag Ghorpade, who won the opening race of the day in the Novice Cup, will start from P8 of the Momentum Motorsport Racing team.
It's his birthday, Chirag Ghorpade's birthday today, and Chirag will have an empty slot ahead of him because there's no Mohammad Ryan on the grid now. It's a little birthday present, I wonder. A little more space, a little sighter to move ahead from that mid-pack back into a podium spot.
Oh, certainly, I think Mohammad Ryan would say that's not a gift, but Chirag will certainly accept it with both hands. That's for sure, no problem there at all for him. And well begun is half done, as they say. So if he starts off well with that empty patch of track in front of him, he's certainly behind the podium finish here. Shore there as well on his screen, passing by. Get those tyres warmed up, all these drivers. Formation lap now coming to an end. What do we have here? We still don't see Sham.
That's because he's there on the grid. We can't see grid 1 position. And I wonder if he's pulled into the pit lane due to an incident or an issue with his car. We'll have to wait and watch.
And if that is the case, then it will be, I think, you just get rid of the front row. And it'll be P1 then for Parikshit, who will actually be P3, but obviously more information coming in, start delay, and that's possibly because Shyam, who's supposed to be starting in P1, is not there. So again, a bit of a delay in the start. And there he is, the man we've been waiting for.
Yes, he's supposed to be starting on pole position, and finally, is he going to be able to get there?
Now I think he'll probably be asked to start right at the back of the grid. Yes, it seems so. But he will be starting right at the back. Well, you say the time keeps ticking. It hasn't ticked well for him. Was supposed to start right at the top, and now seems he will be starting right at the back, will he? Or when this extra formation lap comes to an end is when he'll slip up and come to P1.
That's exactly what's going to happen. They're having an extra formation lap. That's because the man who's supposed to be starting on pole position, Shyam, is right at the back of the grid. He's had some issue with his car during the formation lap, and that's the reason why he came in right behind all the other drivers who had lined up. So in this formation lap, you'll see him come in and take his position right at the start of the grid by the time this formation lap ends.
Already had a few cars written off even before the start of the race. The fourth and final race of the day, day one of round one. Mohammad Ryan, who finished third in the opening race of the day, he'd be majorly disappointed not taking any further part in this race. He's out along with Mohammad Raza Sheikh. It's ended, the race is ended for David Ryan as well. And off they go for the formation lap again. That's the third formation lap that complete. You can't use the word irritating, but how frustrating it may be for a few other drivers. They possibly wanted to get the race. Chirag Ghorpade, for example, is starting at 8th, although he knows there's empty space ahead of him. He will be someone who would be wanting to get going now. And every time he comes through with a formation lap done, his signal comes in, there's another formation lap, or the race restarts. And this will be could be very frustrating for him.
Oh, it could be, definitely, because he's got his game plan charted, knows exactly what he wants to do, and then he'll have to revisit the strategy all over again. You know, the adrenaline's pumping, you know, okay, time for me to get a race performance in, and then you get that hold up and go through the motions again without really racing for glory.
So the third and hopefully the final formation lap underway, with the drivers making sure that the tyres are warmed up, the engines are revved up, and they are ready to start. And as you say, ready to rock and roll. Now the interesting part will be, where will Shyam start? Will he be allowed to slip right at the front of the grid? Because remember, he started the formation lap right at the back. So we'll have to wait for all the cars to come in and see where will Shyam park, and then where will he start this race. He's coming in. It seems he will not be coming at the top, will he? Well, he's starting right at the back. And it will be then Parikshit, who was at P3, will become a P1 for him. And then you got Sai Prithvi Sudhakar at P4, that'll become a P2 as car number 2 on the right of your screen. Car number 11, Sai Prithvi Sudhakar of Momentum Motorsports team. The lad Parikshit from DTS Racing, the guy from Bangalore. As you can see, no cars on P1, P2, P6, and further back P13 as well, and a few more cars missing at the back end. It's about 6 cars already missing with the start of the race.
It's been eventful, to say the least.
So the third and final formation lap is done and dusted. And just as I say, the yellow flags come out again. Seems to be a problem with Tejas GS's car, the lad from Bangalore in M Sport, from the M Sport racing team.
Yes, and I think what's happened there, you can see right next to the car. Wonder if there was a leak there. Wonder, but it seems to be all right because he's in the right position. Tejas.
And they're off. Finally, the race is underway. It is Parikshit who leads. This once again, we'll keep a close eye on that first corner.
And look who's taken the lead into C1. It's Chirag Khorpore in car number 36. The young lad who'd won race 1. He started off on P8, and by the time he hits corner 1 of the race, he's taken the lead.
Well, it seems that the clear patch in front of him has worked in his favor. Certainly a good day for him as Shyam now tries to maneuver his way through that traffic, trying to get up there, and he's already opened up a massive gap as Chirag right at the top. Well, this boy is on fire.
I think he's got a birthday cake to cut and he wants to get back to the paddocks as quickly as possible.
Absolutely, and Aro Ravindran, who started at P7, he's up at the second position as well. So it's a great start for these two again. Both of them from Momentum Motorsports team. Chirag from Bangalore and Aro from Mumbai.
Remember, these two have done exceedingly well on the karting circuit over the years. And Chirag is just going to be 14. A superb display of driving by him.
Now the battle is on for the third position because as of now looks to be sealed. We got Sai Prithvi along with the likes of Aditya Swaminathan and Parikshit Nadrial all. Now and that's Abhishek Mittal who's gone off. Luckily the engine is still running and he can continue his race.
Yes, he started off, remember, on P16 did Abhishek Mittal. Just trying to push too hard while coming out of that first corner.
certainly was supposed to start at P1, started right at the back of the grid, has made a few positions up the race, but it's kept and in form. Chirag, followed by Aro Ravindra, 1 and 2 as we come to the end of the lap. And it is Chirag Gurpode who's leading the lap from Bangalore. And he's got Parikshit in number 3. What a what the opening race started to be very, very quickly, and as we pointed out, by the end of C1 he was well ahead. He was on fire, and there's a slip for Shyam, and the boy was supposed to start at C1, slips off, and again it's that corner, C1 for him, braking a little too late, and a little too hard as well, the smoke coming off, the brakes jamming up, locking up, and it was very, very close escape for Kishore as well in car number 1, who was right behind him. Did a good job just not to collide, just avoid any collision, and maneuver his way through to continue his race. But right at the top, and then there is that massive gap between number 2 Aro Ravindra and number 11 in Parikshit Dadrial, and seems that's the end, is it? The end of the race for Shyam? Still trying to get it running.
Well, I wonder if they'll have enough time, because the car's going to be coming around the straight very quickly, and the marshals and the crew need to be out of the danger area, get that car away from the danger area as well. Yellow flags have been waved, so just around that corner. So it was only trouble around the corner, around C1, where you just temporarily saw the yellow flag being waved. But that's all sorted out now. I think the marshals have done a very good job, very quickly clearing off whatever obstruction was there on the racetrack and making sure that there's no real delay for any of the drivers. And good thing for Shyam is that his car's still running.
And he's back again, isn't he? So that's good. In fact, although he did make up a lot of ground, he's back on the racetrack, but right behind everyone. And it seems that Chirag Gurpode is catching up on him as well. Traffic coming up for Chirag up ahead. He'd be hoping to get past that. He's getting stiff competition from Aro Ravindra, his teammate. Car number 16 not very far behind. You can see both these drivers, won't call it neck to neck, but right behind him. You can possibly smell the burning tires of Chirag's car. Can Aro Ravindra, that's from Mumbai, scoring under excellent pressure. Down driven off into the pit lane, so that's so we're all going to slip for Chirag Gurpode, and that allows Aro Ravindra to take the lead, and now Chirag trying to come in on the inside. This is excellent racing. In the end, it's now neck to neck. I was waiting for that for a long time now, and Chirag once again comes in front. Excellent. They're exchanging top position, and again it's Aro Ravindra who takes the top spot. Can't keep your eyes off this race as long as these two are right there at the top. And now Chirag trying to come on the inside, and then on the outside a bit of lock wheel, and Aro Ravindran maintains his position at the top. What a last 15-20 seconds of racing we've had between these two, and it's Aro Ravindran who's now leading the pack.
While you're focusing on all of the drama that unfolded between Aro Ravindran and Chirag Gurpode, of course, where Aro has taken the lead and Chirag's dropped down to second. I saw there was probably a black flag wave for Shyam, and that's the reason why he was asked to get into the pit lane straight away. And you saw that happen in the previous lap.
There was also Zefa Timbala from Ahmedabad of the prudent Motorsport Racing sliding off, and now these two are at it. Who said it was this looks like war between the two. And again, Chirag now taking the lead, and this is excellent stuff. I think, well, the last race of the day, we've got our money's worth with these two going at it, Chirag Gurpode and Aro Ravindra.
Yes, and I'm sure there'll be no love lost on the racetrack. So I'm just run Aro a little wide when he's overtaking him.
is he going to give the invite to birthday party, Aro? That's what I'm thinking. It's Chirag's birthday. Is he going to invite Aro if things don't go well? But now it's Chirag again in front, closely followed by Aro Ravindra. Wide on those turns in the final corner. After 6 laps, leading the race, not far behind, just 0.642 seconds behind is Ravindra Parikshit Dhardali, and number 3, he's about good close to 7.5 seconds behind the second place Aro, and then Aditya Swaminathan 4, and Sai Prithvi Sudhakar 5th, and Kishore he is 6th after 6 laps. He started at P18. Kishore of ETS Racing. All eyes on these two. This is a battle reminding me of the good old days of Mika Hakkinen and Michael Schumacher.
Well, the rivalries all start early, don't they? And now these two, 7 laps done into the 8th lap. Remember, this is a 10-lap race in all. So, just now towards the business end, and just over half a second is what separates Chirag Ghorpade and Aro Ravindra. So this is going to be tough. Had a fair share of experience in the karting circuits as well. Both these young drivers now looking to make a mark in the Novice Cup.
Well, he said using Ghorpade there is Ravindra. Chirag Ghorpade's last lap was 1 minute 12.946 seconds. And 1 minute 12.864 seconds. It's 100th of a second quicker. Difference between the two, 0.560 seconds, and then you got Parikshit in number 3, and about 2.5 seconds behind him is Aditya Swaminathan in number 4 of M Sport Racing Team. But right now, final 3 laps remaining, coming to the end of lap number 8. It's Chirag who's leading the race right now, and what the competition that we've had between the two. Right now, if you have to pick a winner, it'll be, I think, possibly the most difficult choice.
Yes, the other thing is, look at the gap between these two and the driver who's third, Parikshit. It's a gap of almost 8.5 seconds. They're not even in the frame at the moment as we see the battle between the top two. You see them at the far corner, almost, as I said, 8 or 9 seconds behind.
Focus on these two, the race leaders. Again, trying to squeeze on the inside with Aurora, but Chirag blocking that avenue as well. There's a good contest now going on for the third, fourth, and the fifth, the third and the fourth spot. A little bit of a slip there.
Just probably forced out of contention, Siddharth Sajan.
Yeah, trying to come on the outside was Aro, but Chirag shutting that avenue now on the inside for the final stretch. Can he get through? Whatever the battle was, it is a momentum 4-1-2 in this, with Chirag Ghorpade and Aro Ravindra going toe-to-toe, neck-to-neck, tire-to-tire in this thrilling race, the last race of the day. And it's Chirag who has nicked it by a fraction of a second, 0.078 seconds.
Photo finish, that's what you can call it. That's the way it was. Remember, there was an extra formation lap that was done as well, and that's the reason why it's turned out to be a 9-lap race and not a 10-lap race as it was originally supposed to be, because of that extra formation lap that they took before starting, or should I say restarting, at the time of restarting the race.
Aditya Swaminathan just slipped off as well, car number 41, so that'll be the end of the race for him. Anyways, it's the end of the race. But what a day of motorsport racing we've had at the Kari Motor Speedway. Phenomenal. First of all, from coming into that LGB Formula 4 race, it was wonderful. Vishnu Prasad nicking it right at the end, and now the final race. And what a race to sign off for the day. The battle between Chirag Ghorpade and Aror Ravindran going right till the very end. And as Raman said, a photo finish there, and it's Chirag Ghorpade who's won it by 0.078 seconds, the finest of margins.
2 out of 2. It's been a good start to round 1 of the JK Tyre Novice Cup for Chirag Ghorpade. It's been a good move ahead, a step up from karting into road racing, and I think he's going to cherish this season the way it started.
I just want to see, once they get off the car, is there going to be a handshake? Is there going to be a birthday party invite for Aror Ravindran from Chirag Ghorpade? But wonderful, wonderful racing. And it's the confirmation coming in. Chirag coming in first, Aror second, just 0.078 seconds behind him. And Parikshit Dhardali coming in third. So these are the 3 podium finishers in the second race of the Suzuki Novice Cup. JK Tyre Novice Cup, and wonderful, wonderful race between the two. Good stuff coming in from Parikshit as well, hanging in there of DTS Racing, and in the end getting that third and final spot on the podium.
So quick confirmation on what we've seen so far in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. Both races of the day have been won by Chirag Ghorpade, and Aror Ravindra has finished second in both the races. So it's been pretty much the same 1-2 in both the races that have happened there. As far as the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup race is concerned, Syed Muzammil Ali notched up a win in that race, in the one race that we saw today. And in the Formula LGB4, it was the evergreen Vishnu Prasad, tenacious as ever, snatching a win in what was an event and an incident-filled race of the Formula LGB4.
Well, isn't it always in the Formula LGB4? But excellent race we saw throughout the day, and well, it was a great race. It was a battle to relive between the two, between Chirag and Aror Ravindran. We'll slip into a quick break right now, and after the break, on the other side, we've been talking about that battle between the two. We'll show you some highlights from that.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? It's okay यार. इससे ज़्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी. ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे. It's okay यार. क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है. इसीलिए JK टायर लाए हैं 2-व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल. तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ JK's ओके. JK टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल.
फिर से लेट.
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी, वो फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी. Break my turn around, yeah. Break my turn around, yeah.
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए. ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
So we've seen an eventful first day of round 1 of the 22nd JK Tyre-FMSCI National Racing Championship, as preparations are underway and afoot for the podium. Let's very quickly take a look at some of the highlights of the second race of the JK Tyre Novice Cup, just to see exactly what transpired. Remember, this was a race that had to be red flagged and restarted after there were multiple incidents in lap 1 itself. Shyam was the pole sitter. He went into a spin going into corner 1. Multiple drivers getting involved in incidents If you look at it from the other angle, Mohammad Raza Sheikh in car number 70 going into a spin as well. It didn't stop there. David Ryan got into the thick of things as well, as did Rishabh Shah and a couple of other drivers as well. There was a huge pile-up. The red flag came out, which meant that the safety car came out after a recce of the track. You had the drivers line up on the grid one more time for a restart to the race. Even in the restart, you had an extra lap, an extra formation lap that was done, which meant that instead of a 10-lap race, it was brought down to a 9-lap race. And then, as race action got underway in earnest, you had a fantastic start from Chirag Ghorpade. And Chirag went on to take the lead in lap 1 itself, while there were still some thrills and spins on the racetrack. Chirag did exceedingly well. There were problems for Shyam, and in fact he had to be asked to come back to the pit lane right after that incident. The contest was then between Chirag Ghorpade and Aro Ravindra. The lead did change hands as well, but Chirag fought back hard after this little error from him, which allowed Aro to take the race lead. Chirag fought back gamely, and on his birthday, he ensured that the celebration was definitely going to be worth the while in the evening, as he retook the lead and went on to hold on to that lead till the time he went on to take the checkered flag. There was action in the mid-pack as well, but in the end, Parikshit did well to hold on to a third place finish, while Chirag did his utmost to deny Aro a win, taking the checkered flag by just what, 0.7 seconds ahead?
0.078 seconds. Terrific race, and you can see that even in the very end, Aro Ravindra was not giving up. He made a run for it, the final stretch as well, but in the end, Chirag had enough in the tank to go through the checkered flag and collect his second win in as many races today. So 2 out of 2 for Chirag Ghorpade in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. And apart from that, Aro Ravindra coming in second on both occasions. Earlier in the day, Mohammad Ryan had finished third in race 1. And in race 2 of the Novice Cup, it was Parikshit Dardali who finished third. That's Huzaifa Tinwala's car.
Collateral damage.
Towed away. Been very busy, the man driving the crane today, especially the one at corner 1.
I think fantastic work done by the recovery crew. We'll have to give them a whole lot of credit. There have been a lot of incidents, and I think credit goes to Amit Jingan and his team, who've led that recovery team exceedingly well, made sure there's been minimal downtime all through race action that we've seen on day 1 today.
What a day of racing we've seen. Terrific. First of all, the weather with us. Wonderful windy day in Coimbatore. The sun not out for the first half of the day. The second half, a little bit of sun peeping through, keeping the circuit warm as well. And that was doubled and complemented by some fantastic racing by all the drivers and the riders, including in the Gixxer Cup as well, the Red Bull Road to Novice. But before that, we started the day with the Novice Cup, and then that battle in the LGB Formula 4.
Yes, lots of young talent on display in the JK Tyre Novice Cup. A lot of young talent on display even in the mixed grid that we saw for the Red Bull Road to Rookies Cup and the JK Tyre Suzuki Gixxer Cup. A lot of young bikers, I remember, in that race, including a young 11-year-old as well, Ikshan, who did exceedingly well overall. And then, of course, down to the seasoned campaigners in the Formula LGB4, where Vishnu Prasad went on to take top honors. The other good part is that rain has stayed away, so it's been a rain-free day, as this is the silverware that the drivers have been vying for, the trophies that they've been competing hard to win today.
Not very far away, the presentation ceremony, the podium ceremony. All the winning drivers and riders will be awarded. We've been talking about what a day of racing it's been. I'll take you through the highlights of the entire day, race after race, as the action unfolded at the Kari Motor Speedway.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around यार, brake मार, turn around यार।
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre-Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.
Finally, tires that keep up with you. JK Tyre, total control.
कुछ भी लगा दो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? इट्स ओके यार, इससे ज्यादा दिमाग तो तुम लोग बाल कटवाने में लगा देते हो, टायर्स में कुछ भी। ठीक है, एक्सीडेंट होगा, मर ही जाओगे, इट्स ओके यार, क्योंकि सब कुछ टायर्स पे ही डिपेंड करता है। इसीलिए जेके टायर लाए हैं 2 व्हीलर टायर्स ब्लेज, हाइब्रिड टेक्नोलॉजी वाले रेस ट्रैक टेस्टेड टायर जो दें आपको टोटल कंट्रोल। तो अब टायर्स में सिर्फ जेकेज ओके। जेके टायर, टोटल कंट्रोल।
फिर से लेट।
Chill, guys.
Congratulations, we have lost our way. रास्ता पूछने में तेरा क्या जाता था बे?
Guys, chill. I'm in control.
बिना परमिशन के तेरे पापा की गाड़ी और फंस गया ना तो जाएगी दाढ़ी। Brake मार, turn around यार, brake मार, turn around यार।
ट्रिप्स वही याद रहती हैं जो एज पर प्लान ना जाए। ऐसी ही ट्रिप्स के लिए JK Tyre-Ranger series with superior braking. Stop from 100 to 0 in 4 seconds. JK Tyre, total control.